So how I got my name is literally because I grew up listening to soul music at home, and disco was a pretty prominent sound in the house. Um, and then my name was already P Dash, because Pierre Dash Air, and then like I don't know, I just kept getting brought back to like my household and like how I grew up and like how I fell in love with music again. That conversation came from just like speaking about like what do you represent? Like what is your being, your existence as an artist? Like why you? What are you doing? Like where are you pulling from? So I just said, you know what? Like let me just do Disco Dash, and that's what it is right now. So the first concert that I attended was actually Watch the Thrones. Um, it's a funny story. So me and like a good friend, his name's Fricks, we were supposed to go to the Kid Cudi concert, and we kind of loafed it. Like there's a lot of things going on, and then he was like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna make it, but you know what? Like there is Watch the Throne. And it's not a knock on Kid Cudi, that's like one of my favorite artists too, but I think that was just like a no-brainer kind of thing. So we went on and bought the tickets. We went and got floor seats, got to the floor. I think our seats were like at row 58 or something like that. We get there and the row's missing. So we're like, okay, what are we gonna do? We run back upstairs. We're like, yo, can you fix this? They're like, yeah, we can, but you know, we can only move you up so far. Wishful thinking, Frick said, yo, can you move us to row 1? And she's like, ha ha ha, but you guys can go to row 6. So we're at row 6 at Watch the Throne. Jay-Z, Kanye comes out. And then in the middle of the show, like Jay-Z just decides to like dap everybody. And at this point, we're like at row 1. So like we're literally like eye to feet. And my friend reaches out and like literally just nail to nail Jay-Z. And he's like, oh, I'm never washing my hands. So that was like my greatest like concert experience ever, I think. So I practice several mediums in art. One of them is music, of course. The second one is fashion design. I have a brand of my own called Mère de Dieu. I'll just go into fashion because music is kind of like, for me, it's an expression tool, it's a meditation tool, and it's kind of like a storytelling tool as well, where you can go back and forth between past, present, and future. With fashion, I'm able to create looks and styles and garment pieces just for any types of media content. Like today, for example, this performance, I was able to get this vest done in the past 2 days just so we can complete the look. So these are kind of like the mediums that I bounce back and forth from just to kind of like strengthen the art that I'm putting out. So my upbringing sounded like chaotic noise, beautiful chaotic noise. And I say that because my father side of this family like comes from music. So there's a lot of musical influences that have been trickled down to him, and he would play it back to us. For example, his father was actually a conductor, like a music conductor. Intern had a son who also became a music conductor in Paris, which is my uncle. So like my whole family on that side is very, very musical, and that's where it comes from. So that's what like my household sounded like almost every day. And then you have like my parents going to church and like taking us to like church basically and putting us in a choir and like experiencing that. So yeah, that's what my household sounded like.